Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday lunch chat. Let me give a second for things to kick in here. Hello. Oh, look, I get to see comments today. Yay. I think whatever was going on has been fixed. There are a lot of new options in this live interface here with Facebook, so they must have rolled out some improvements. Some temporarily sent the comments flying. So, hi, Bert. Hi, Patty. Thank you. Patty says, what a beautiful soundtrack. Look who finished an old project. That's me. That's me. Oh, yeah. Um, God, I'm happy with this one. So I've talked multiple times about serial knitting and that I don't serial knit. I have a blog post coming about it, but clearly I do some things because you're getting static, Heidi. Is anyone else getting static? Um, I think there is some microphone issues with my laptop because I have periodic issues, but that's never consistent. I might just have to power through today. I don't know. I don't know what other options there are. I haven't been happy with any of the plug-in microphones, but okay. Anyways, back to the soundtrack. Back to serial knitting. I'm knitting my second Old Town, which is strange. And then this was a number two itself. So I already finished my soundtrack back last summer, and I immediately cast this on because I was so excited for the colors. So, but once the fun part was done, I put it down. I'm sure none of you have ever done that. Um, so, something's up with my mic. I'm so sorry, you guys. Um, yeah, I think that the whole sound issue, like I have issues when I plug in headphones and into the headphone jack, and I think that's all related. So anyway, I finally finished it, and I am so in love with it. This immediately, I put it on even before I blocked it, and I knew I could just turn around and cast this on again. I've been sitting and eyeballing my stash. I have all this really beautiful So Happy Jane DK in my stash, and I was thinking about how fun that would be. This sweater just fits me so perfect. I want to make it again. I don't even care if I have a million soundtracks. I made it pretty cropped. I'll stand up here. I'm wearing it with my newest William dress, the sleeveless one. So it's got these big, really big sewn in pockets. It's different from Rowena. But anyways, it's pretty cropped, like definitely shorter than the original I made, and then which is still shorter than what the pattern calls for. I think my body is 12 inches with the ribbing. But for me, that's great because I'm super short from here to here. So yeah, so Christy says I love it on the white. Let me just tell you a little bit about that. Um, can I plop a picture in the comments? Comment with a sticker. No. Darn it. No, it's me. I am the admin. I should be able to do what I want. I want to show you guys this picture. Oh well. So we're going to start carrying these in the store because they're important. And I can testify to this because it saved this sweater yesterday when I put it into block. So I have these. I'm going to break them up into small quantities, and we're just going to sell them for a couple of bucks for a handful of them. Because we recommend them all the time, and they're really not easy to get here in town. The local grocery store I prefer to go to doesn't carry them, and I prefer not to go to the W store, which does carry them, I think. So I was like, why don't we just have them for people? You don't need them all the time. So I had them on hand, filled up my sink just like I usually do. I put my soak in, I put my sweater in, and immediately the water got extremely blue-green. And I yelled at Campbell. I was like, please run downstairs and get that box of Shout color catchers in the windowsill. Mama, bring them up here. So she brings it up and we get it open and I throw one in. It just like soaks up blue green, and this whole sink is still full of blue green. And so I'm like, okay, I need more than that. So I put two more in, and I kind of swish, and they're totally soaking up dye, but they're not changing the color of the water. And I'm like looking at the sweater to see if it's actually transferring or is it just really coming out into the water. And it is full on, I mean, like, there's just whole sections of the sweater that are like blue. And I just about had a heart attack. So I ended up using 12 of these puppies in my sink. And I didn't put them all in at once. I don't know what I ended up with, like probably 7 or 8 in the initial bath, and then I drained it, took out those, started to fill again, and put in fresh ones. And so then I did that, I think, 3 total times, and until I could pick it up and kind of look and visually inspect and see that none of the white looked blue. Whew. So these things are miracle workers. Not even kidding. So yeah, watch for that. I have emailed SC Johnson. Is that the parent company? Something. Yeah, SC Johnson. I emailed them and asked if I could have a wholesale account. I'm not sure I'm quite the size that they give wholesale accounts to, but you know, it cannot hurt to ask, right? Because how convenient would it be if we could just point people to the soak and then say, oh, and are you washing colors together? Grab a box of these. So anyway, that's the story of my soundtrack, and I am so happy with it. God, I'm so happy with it. It's such a relief to dial in the measurements of the pieces you wear, so you know that design to design, you generally know what your sleeve circumference should be, what your sleeve length should be, what body length you like, what busts you like, etc. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So, yeah, Nydia, I have used one before when I was like mildly concerned about color transfer and I didn't really notice anything. And I think that was more because the colors weren't really bleeding, not that the color catcher wasn't working. But I do think, so my mom, these things first came to my attention, these guys, because my mom had this gorgeous one-of-a-kind quilt that I think she bought at an auction. And if you don't know, my parents are cherry growers, and this quilt was this beautiful white quilt, queen size quilt with a massive intricate cherry tree on it. And so it's got the trunk and then the branches and then little hand sewn all shades of red cherries all over this quilt. And the very first time she went to launder it, she sent it to the dry cleaners. My mom is old school, loves that dry cleaner. Anyway, they destroyed it. They sent it back pink. It was entirely pink. And she was, first of all, pissed as hell, but she was horrified. And they just kind of shrugged their shoulders like, yeah, well, you know. And so somehow, I don't remember how she found out about these color catchers. They're also sometimes called dye magnets by other companies. But she bought some and she just filled up her own wash machine to soak. And she basically went through 3 full boxes of soaking and draining with the color catchers. And all the pink came out. Totally saved the quilt. Totally. So that's how I first learned about those, like decades ago. So yes. Okay, I also was able to work a little bit on my other summer shawl that I'm working on. This one is called Bead Pops? Pop Beads. Pop Beads. Pop Bead. And so this is, I don't know if you remember me showing you, it's this really fun shawl with little short row turns. So I'm using actually 2 different shades of Mojave pink. One is slightly darker, it's kind of hard to tell, and then a gray and a light gray. I have the pattern here so I can kind of give you an idea. I didn't print the title page. I think it's called Pop Beads. But here's the picture as a refresher. And so this is fun. This is very mindless. I mean, even the short row turns are really mindless and easy to do. And then the rest of it's garter. So that is coming along. And I'm using Kelborn Woolens Mojave, which is cotton and linen blend. So nice summery yarn. But I'm also working on something. Chrissy, I used kind of tepid water. It started out a little bit warmer because I always block in warm water, but as I realized how much dye was coming off, I switched to cooler. Like I didn't want to be abrupt though, because if you do really extreme changes from hot to cold, that can really shock fibers, and these are not superwash fibers. So I just kind of tepid, you know, kind of like middle of the road. I had a little on from each tap. Um, oh, Julia, thank you. I did send the picture of my color catchers to Julia, so she was sharing that picture if you wanted to look. Um, Oh, we could talk about that. I felt like I just had something else I was going to say. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Is I'm working on a super secret project. So it's fun, but what sucks is that I can't show it to you for a while yet. So that's going to take up a lot of my knitting time, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of things to share. Um, so instead, I thought maybe I would talk a little bit about the Good Vibes Yarn Tour Encore box that's for sale right now. So a lot of you I know were on the Good Vibes Yarn Tour before, and so yay, thank you groupies. But we are offering an Encore box for those who have wanted to try it but didn't want to just jump in with both feet. So this is kind of like getting a 1 month out of the 3 month subscription. So the Good Vibes Yarn Tour is always a 3 month duration. And so this is kind of like getting one of those months. And if you've seen the email I already sent out, then you probably know if you were a groupie in the winter tour, this is going to have repeats. So you either would buy knowing that you're getting repeats, or you would maybe refer a friend that you think has wanted to do this or should do this or would like this. But it's really fun, and you know we love to put stuff together, like fun Christmassy type things. This is what it will look like if you order one. This is a heavy box. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm not going to give it away. It's a secret what's inside. So this 1 month box is 109, and you get some very cool goodies that includes yarn and a pattern and some swag and some other special stuff. And then we also have options to boost your box if you so desire. So you could boost your box with the Good Vibes Insulated Tumbler, which I just used this weekend when some girlfriends and I were sitting outside in the backyard having wine, because who wants to take classes in the backyard? So it's just a really cool insulated tumbler. It'll keep your stuff hot, your hot stuff hot, your cold stuff cold. And it's got this nice screw-on lid with a slide tab, so you can tip it over and it doesn't spill. So that's one way you could boost your box. And then another way you could boost your box is with the souvenir set. You guys, Cadence first received these. So when we sold them to our groupies, I didn't see them in person, and so I thought they were lovely because I love the colors. But then she sent me out the ones I needed to fill our Encore boxes, and this in person, ooh, Nelly, it's beautiful. So this is kind of a rich gold. This is a little turquoisey, and I don't think that that's coming through in the today's video, because I, at least from what I can see, this is looking a little more lemon and a little more navy. But a little, so these are like our colors. These are like the Good Vibes colors, right? We have some turquoise and we have some warm gold and orange. The boosters are not available separately. So they do just come with the Encore box, because we already previously sold them to the groupies. So yeah, so this yarn is hand dyed for us by Sarah from Copper Corgi down in the South. She's out of Tallahassee. And this is her Savannah Sock. It's 100% superwash merino, 460 yards, really good yardage, 4 ounces. We have Dune Daisy, that's the yellow. Spanish Moss is kind of the silver. And then Good Vibrations. This is our custom color. And so those are 2 ways that you can add on to your Encore box if you're so interested. So this is available through Sunday, and maybe if you need to give a hint to someone about a Mother's Day present, you know, you could send them over there to get you this something special. Yes, Lee, actually, I was just thinking and wondering if you were watching this because I was going to talk about you. Okay, so Lee just said she can confirm on the Good Vibes yarn. It's gorgeous in person and really nice to work with. And she knows because she is making her souvenir set into the most beautiful fade sweater. She's been sharing progress in our exclusive Good Vibes Backstage Pass group, and it is gorgeous, and I'm a little jealous. In fact, Lee, I was just before this, I was prepping up some packaging stuff with these souvenir sets, and I was like, I wonder if it's okay with Janet and Cadence if I buy one of these for myself. I'm sure it's okay if we have leftovers that I buy one because I was thinking about your sweater and how beautiful it is. We shared a whole bunch of different three skein shawl projects, but Lee took it to the next level and she cast on a sweater. So I love that. I think that's everything I was going to talk about today. I keep wanting to reach over and show you the secret project. I can't show you. Yep, that's everything. We just got a ton of Arroyo and Cicero from Malabrigo. They're out in a box that I have not unpacked yet. So you'll see that popping up on the website. Um, Alrighty. Well, thank you, everybody. I hope you have a lovely week full of knitting. And yeah, I will see you guys back here on Friday. Same time, same place. You know where to find me. Bye.